Hey, what's up, iCkEdMeL? Welcome back to the channel. And there is a witness that came forward. Right now, by the way, I've been working on this video. That's what I was doing most of the day today. Gabby Petito, Kylan Schulte, Crystal Turner, Brian Laundrie, the story behind that. So that's coming soon. But in the meantime,
hi, my name is Miranda Baker.
On TikTok that stated that she saw Brian.
And on August 29th, my boyfriend and I picked up Brian at Grand Teton National Park at 5:30 at night at Coulter Bay. I'm hoping this can help someone identify him because I saw him from TikTok, which then made me call the authorities, and my boyfriend and I have been in contact with a bunch of different people to help piece together different parts of this case. But we picked him up at Coulter Bay, like I said, at 5:30. He approached us asking us for a ride because he needed to go to Jackson, which we were going to Jackson that night. So I said, hop in. He hopped in the back of my Jeep. We then, proceeded to make small talk. But before he came in the car, he offered to pay us like $200 to give him a ride, like 10 miles. So that was kind of weird. He then told us he's been camping for multiple days without his fiance. He did say he had a fiance, and that she was working on their social media page back at their van. Then once, in conversation, I brought up, we're going to Jackson. He freaked out. He's like, nope, I need to get out right now. Pull over. So we pulled over at the Jackson Dam, which I don't know if you know Teton Park, but it's not very far from Coulter Bay. And if this does reach people, I can post pictures of exactly where we were. We picked him up and the whole route or whatever, and screenshots of the timestamps. We dropped him off at 6:09 p.m. on August 29th. He kind of hurried out of the car, and then he's like, okay, I'm just gonna go find someone else to hitchhike. And we're like, okay. It was a weird situation. So when we picked him up, he was wearing a backpack, he had a long sleeve pants, hiking boots, and he had scruff, but he didn't look dirty. For someone who was camping for multiple days, he didn't look dirty, he didn't smell dirty, so that part was kind of weird. And I'm just really hoping that they find her, and this helps someone remember seeing him, or something like that.
So this is another post, and her TikTok and her name, I believe, is Miranda Baker. You can go check out her page.
Clarify a few things that people are confused on still. When he asked for a ride, he has to go to Jackson, which, if you're familiar with this area, a lot of people call Jackson Hole Jackson. So that's why I said yes to giving him a ride. But you think any good hiker would know south and north. We were going south out of the park. When he said he was camping north, he had told us that him and Gabby were not camping on a regulated campsite through the national park, that they were camping basically out in the middle of nowhere along Snake River. This is key information. He said that he had hiked for days along Snake River, but when looking at his backpack, it wasn't full, and he said all he had was a tarp to sleep on, which you think if you're going camping for days on end, you'd want food and a tent, and he had none of that. And like I said, he looked clean and didn't smell bad.
So in this part, Miranda actually does a map, which I'm glad she did, because I was going to try to figure it out. It would have taken longer. So I'm going to play this video, then I'm going to show you a wider screen of the map.
So this is a view of the whole journey with Brian. So that's the top at the park at Coulter Bay, and then we drove him to this dam right here. Then at the dam, we dropped him off at this little turnout, and he said he was going to walk across the street to the parking lot, which was full of people, to continue hitchhiking and look for a ride, because he freaked out when I said Jackson Hole. He said we needed to pull over, even though Jackson and Jackson Hole are the same thing. It's the same town itself. This is the text I sent to my mom at 6:09, right when he got out of the car, saying I was okay because she was freaking out. This is at the park, or at the pickup location, and we were taking a shower. We then walked across, and our car was parked on the left side of the picture, and he talked to us right in the middle. And he was talking to my boyfriend the entire time, but like I was the one actually talking, and he was like not frantic, and he was very nice, very polite to us.
Now, I'm just going to show you really quick before we get to the map. One of the latest breaking, which came out today, was that a witness saw the vehicle in Grand Teton National Park in Wyoming around 5 p.m. August 25th, and her husband spotted Petito's van in the Jenny Lake parking area. So this is the Jenny Lake area in Wyoming. I'm assuming this is the place. Again, I'm not familiar with this place. And so these people, which I guess ironically are named Baker as well, the same last name, state that they saw a vehicle in the Jenny Lake parking area. Jenny Lake parking right here. Okay. So now with the more recent sighting, okay, it's about 40 minutes away, but it's like almost kind of a straight shot to the Jackson Lake Dam area. So Miranda said, they picked up Brian this area here, Cutler Bay Village. And this is almost like a resting area. I believe you can take showers here, laundry and showers, and got a little store. And I guess they drove along this path and they gave him a ride to the Jackson Lake Dam area. So, I mean, and they didn't see him with Gabby. I mean, it's a huge, huge, huge area. This guy needs to talk, man. I mean, it's just, he has to know something. He has to know that happened between them. She did another update as I was about to upload, and she said she spoke with FBI. So let's just listen in to see what she has to say.
I just want to reiterate again, everything I am telling you guys, I've already told the FBI, I've told the detectives, I am actively in contact with these people who are on the case. So everything I have told you, they do know. I'm just putting this out here because I want to reach people who have maybe like seen him that day or have been in contact with him before, after my boyfriend were in contact with him. So this is when we picked him up. The exact time is 5:44. This is to my mom. We picked up a hitchhiker. She's obviously not very happy with me, and I now understand. So some common questions are, did he have a phone? No, he did not have a phone. My boyfriend and I did not see him pull out a phone at all during this time. Another thing is when he freaked out about Jackson. He has to go to Jackson. During the time I said we're going to Jackson Hole. Once I said Jackson Hole, he became agitated. He seemed like he needs to get out. He was kind of antsy, and that's when things got weird. But that's when we pulled over and he.
So yeah, thanks Miranda for sharing that. She seems like she's being legitimately honest about what she's talking about. Comment below, let me know your thoughts. Look forward to the new video. I will be dropping it a little bit later today, maybe 6 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Eastern, around that time. It's about 30 minutes long, and it goes into Kylene Schultz, Crystal Turner, a little bit of Gabby Petito, and Brian, and some other weird stories out there in Wyoming, Utah. So yeah, thanks guys. Take care. Peace.